took her juice, all the juices. You take that powder, put it in some good water or carrot juice or vegetable juice, and watch the vibrations. If necessary, you can even drop some gold into it. So it's a lot of things you can do now. But, of course, they're not going to tell you that because they want you to stay like an animal. And many of the brothers and sisters now are acting like animals because they're being influenced by these towers that are up everywhere by all this bad food, and they're mind controlled. It's just literally that. You have to fight not to be mind controlled. You have to be wise enough to understand that the angelic side of you is stronger, but if not, they'll take you over in a minute and have you do everything low they can think of. Because you won't be thinking, they'll be thinking for you.
All right, thank you. I'm definitely going to visit your website. Thank you.
Thanks for the call, brother. Peace.
All right. Peace.
No doubt.
Yeah, Dr. Blair, how harmful is fear to our melanin and to our whole body?
Fear is the lowest vibration you can have. That's why they want to instill fear on everything you do. Every time this is why when I started the program, and again, it's very interesting too. Beyonce's other name, of course, there's Sasha Fierce. Okay, fear and fierce are the same kind of thing. It means that when you have fear, you can't connect with a higher consciousness. When you're fearful, you're afraid to do anything. You begin to even enclose yourself. You're afraid to make a move. You're afraid of this and that. That's a low vibration fear. That's what the reptiles strike into you. They want you to fear them because there's an energy you give off that they can live on. It's a low vibrating energy. When you have strength and courage and consciousness and spirituality, you can feel as you say these things, you grow past all of that. There came... Well, I don't want to get into that, but
I'll get into it, brother. Come
on.
Well,
like I say, I had a fear. This is why I told you when I stopped fearing death. After they killed my wife and tried and poisoned me, it's just that the Creator kept me to do what I'm doing. That took away every fear. I wanted to die. I was so hurt. I wanted to die. And once I got past that, I was born again. Because then the thing I had feared the most, I asked for because I was so miserable here on earth. Once you're miserable on earth, and yet understand that you can be a God on earth and that there is a Creator you can reach, the whole thing's changed. They couldn't kill me then. They tried 5 times since that time. It hasn't worked simply because I lost fear, and I now have the consciousness of an angel because I believe there is a Creator, and I believe they are not the ones, and I don't want to follow them. Once you make that resolution, you will only eat certain things, do certain things, think certain things, and the fear factor leaves. If you notice, everything they do now is fear factor, bringing the worst of the physical fighters together, the worst of the mental fighters together, getting everything they do clashing, because the planet is clashing with them, the planet wants to get rid of them, and to qualify to stay on the planet, you got to lose fear because you're so busy living each day. And doing so much, fear doesn't have time to crowd your mind. You make them fearful because you're now a God-created creature awake, a spiritual soul on the move. You're dangerous.
In our existence down here, Dr. Blair, how important is it for us to find our significant other?
If you can find your significant other and she or he becomes more significant, you're blessed because it gives you a little bit of heaven while still on earth. We escape through sex, with coming, and with the love that comes in there and the spark that gives you life. But the same thing also, if it can be done on the mental plane and spiritual plane, it gives you the courage to ascend. The kind of souls that come through, the word conception means to conceive mentally. Finding someone that you can find that vibrates with you is one of the most wonderful things you can do on the planet Earth. But it takes you to a little bit of heaven, which our planet's going to become anyway. If and when, and I do believe in my soul that that's going to happen, our planet reaches the 5th dimension, you'll already be in heaven. We'll be in a constant state of bliss because we'll be in what they call now the 7th heaven. The 5th vibration of Earth is the 7th heaven of Earth. It's the higher realms. So you'll not have to die to be in heaven. You'll be in heaven on earth because the evil forces that have been causing fear and holding you down will be gone. You'll start to do the things that the impulse from the universal creator's mind tells you to do, rather than being influenced by these ads and ad men and bad food and bad water and all these evil negative things. Anybody can be evil and negative. It doesn't take much. But when you ascend in consciousness and still use your body as it's supposed to be used in all parts, not just one, you'll be surprised the blisters can come. Yeah, you're blessed if you can find one.
Okay. Let's get to another caller. Caller from 347595. Caller, are you there?
Hi, AK the Shibanu. Delbert Blair, how you doing?
Okay, who am I speaking with?
Joel, you met me before over at Rich Stan. You was talking about...
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's important that with the frequency, I heard you talking about good water. I deal with the Kangen water. I don't know if you know about it, but I'm trying to get people to use the Kangen water, and I also make the frequency disc that I gave you one, and I tell them, yo, play this in front of your frequency, and it's going to raise your vibration. I was talking with Brother Rich about this, and I'm like, yo, why is it so hard to get it? Because even Rich at first was like, nah, I don't know. But he told me it's because of how the people have been hurt so much that even when something come along, they think, oh, so simple like water could raise my vibration. They just don't want to hear it because of the pain they struggle, I don't know, from what in their life. So could you touch on that and a little bit about the Kangen water if you know about it?
Well, I know a lot about it. In fact, some of my members have the one that talks to you. You got the cake talk. Okay, I say that. I don't use it myself, but some of the members bring it to me and all like that. Let me first of all speak what you want to. I think Kangen water is good. And, of course, you can get, you can pay $3,000, you can pay $800, and it will talk to you, but it still does the same thing. But if you can, I think the water is good. I like distilled water myself. And a lot of people are against distilled water because they don't understand what distilled water is. What's been proven, and they have tapes on that, Dr. Mona Harrison, Dr. Emoto, Dr. Mona Harrison, they killed her because she told the truth about water and made it plain. That was a brilliant woman, and they killed her for the things that she did. So you can influence water. This is what prayer can do. This is what meditation can do. The water can be made into crystallized that look ugly. They can be made to be beautiful crystals that reflect light. You can change the water with your mind, but you got to get rid of the poisons to start with, or else you got to work double hard. So when you put mercury and fluoride and chlorine and all this into it, you got nothing to work with. So that's why I like distilled water, because it's an atomic neutral. If you take that, you can also put magnets, and you can magnetize that water. You can use what they call a Flanagan pyramid water, or put it on an Oregon energy generator or on a diode and change the shape of that water. And then you put your mind into it and tell your body to, when it goes into, it's going to stimulate wherever the blood goes, because the blood is 96% water, and you can do what you want to it yourself. But as I say, that takes a little bit more thought, and most people don't have time for thought. I've been given a lot of time to do a lot of praying and meditating, and this is what I've been taught.
Okay, because I put crystals in mine. I put the crystal in the Kangen water, and I play the frequency in front of it. But what's the deal with, I know you just spoke about fear, but doubt, because I see it's on the same level. What is this with the doubt? Because I tell people, yo, you just doubt. I mean, you never even tried it. Like you said, they don't have time to do it. They don't want to put in the effort. So what is your take on that?
Well, people are being they're being foreclosed. They're being threatened with swine flu. They're being threatened with bank accounts being dominated. The dollar is falling to the yen and pound sterling and everything else that these dracons want. They don't even, the price of gas is out of hand. They're now telling you have to have forced medical insurance. The people didn't have insurance before because they didn't have money. And that's really good in one sense, because it lets you turn away from allopath to naturopath and to homeopath and things like this. So everything now is a fear factor. You turn on the radio, you see fighting to the death. You see fighting and beating people in the head. You see, but then what happens? The person now contacts an angel. They get superpowers. Well, that superpower is the end of fear, because what you fear is a power more than you, and you become part of the power that's more than them. Once you get that solace, once you get time to think, then time will be shown to you. Things will change for you. The bad things will be brought because you're on the third-dimensional planet, but the good things will come with it. And once you lose sight that there's a higher power, then you turn away from the frequency down to the low power, and the low powers will destroy you. That's the difference between fear and ascension, between heaven and hell, between bliss and servitude.
Okay. All right. Thanks for the call, brother. We're going to get to the next caller. All right. One more thing. Mention that lady name again, please, that you said did the stuff with the water.
Mona Harrison. Mona Harrison.
Mona Harrison. I got it, thanks, Joel. I got it. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Have a good one. All right, brother. Peace. Okay, let's just continue getting to the phone lines. We're going to go to 831 area code.
Good evening. Peace and greetings, family. Hello, everyone. This is Throne of Osset, and I'm calling out of California.
All right.
Yes.
Hello, Dr. Blair. I want